Hello everyone, and a great welcome to all of my viewers. So let's start with it as we usually do with Prarthana. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So a heartiest namaste to all. And the reason behind this third episode or third video doing it in English is the response. I really got a great response for first of my for my both the videos which I uploaded almost a week back, and many of the responders or many of my viewers just suggested me to have a video in English for a better reach and better understanding to many of my viewers. So I have decided to do this video in English now. I don't think I will upload any Hindi or Marathi version of this video, but the reason behind this video getting in English is regarding the cause for which I am just trying to make this one. So this is more related to youth, more related to Gen Z. It's more related to the people which born in 21st century, and it somewhat gets in line with their situations and the current scenario and all of the problems which they are currently going through. So I think without just wasting much of footage, I will like to start with the topic or the subject of the day. So yeah, so if you can see on the back of my screen, you can see a beautiful portrait that is none other than Lord Surya Narayan, having Aruni as the driver of his chariot and the 7 horses which it's having in its chariot. So first of all, let me try to give some background or just some back end of this topic. So in the current scenario, in the current situation of world, all of us are going through many problems and many diseases and many stressful situations, many tensions and whatnot. And if we talk about those depressions or tensions or stress which we get, then we necessarily will have to go to a term which is called psychosomatic disorders. So if we just try to make a definition of this disorder or this malfunctionality of human body, it's psycho plus somatic. So it's nothing but a disorder or disease happening in human body due to the amount of stress or what information or what processing is going on in the mind. So whatever your mind thinks, whatever type of tension or stress or any type of thoughts your mind is getting, in some or other way it's putting an effect or a bad effect, influence on your body, and that's what generates psychosomatic disorders. Such type of disorders are usually seen in all of us, in youth, in today's youth. That's what we call Generation Z. The typical type of disorders or diseases or symptoms may contain headache, acidity, hypertension, or stomachache, or what you call hyperperspiration, where you do get a lot of sweat, or nervousness, trying to forget the things, and many of such disorders which have nothing to do with your body, but it has something to do with the pressure or the tension, stress which is there in the back of your mind. So here today I am trying to think or trying to introduce you all So today here I am trying to introduce you to one of the remedies for such type of diseases, be it stress, be it lack of confidence, be it depression. As we all know, depression is also kind of clinical state or clinical disease. Nowadays they have started treating depression with lot of medicines in allopathy. There are so many medicines in Ayurveda and homeopathy as well. But today we'll try to discuss about a medicine of depression or low confidence from a spiritual perspective. So yeah, let's start with it. So if you can see on the back side of my screen, the reason behind this photo is something to do with Stotra or Sukta, which necessarily can help us to beat the depression, to beat the low confidence state, and that Stotram is called Āditya Hridaya Stotra. So if we think, or if we try to go deep about the history of this stotra, and that's what this first part of my video will be. So I will try to make this video in two parts, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 will focus more on the history and background of this stotra, and the upcoming part will contain the Shuddha part, that is narration, or what we say Sanhita of that stotra, and we'll also go through the meaning of various terms or various words which comes in that stotra, and I will also try to explain between the words meaning of that stotra as per my best knowledge. And as I already said in my first video, I definitely don't have much knowledge on all the topics, and still in learning phase, and I will forever be. So let's talk about the history of this stotra, Āditya Hridaya Stotra. So it has, just by a fair guess, what we can understand is it has something to do with Lord Surya, and there comes a word Hridaya. Hridaya is nothing but your heart. So this stotra is considered as heart of that deity. So if we think that, if we think about many stotras, suktas or mantras, which comes as part of Vedas, Upanishads or Puranas, they are necessarily dedicated as an organ or part of that deity. Like if we talk Chandi Kavach, or if we talk about Shri Sukta. Similarly, if we talk about many suktas or stotras, many a times the rishis or the udgatas, or the ones who tried to develop those stotras or suktas, they tried to dedicate it as a part of that deity. So similarly, Āditya Hridaya Stotram is nothing but Hridaya or heart of Bhagwan Shri Surya Narayana. So if we try to go bit towards the philosophy or the ideology, or what we necessarily call the functionality of Lord Surya Narayana. So if many of my friends, if any of my friend is from Smarth background, just like me and my family is, we do follow Panchayatan Devta, something called Panchayatan Devta. Someone who preaches or follows Shiva will be necessarily called Shaiv community. Similarly, we have Shakta, Vaishnav, the Ganapati Upasakas, Ganapatya, just like my family is. And there is the fifth one, which we see many of the people nowadays not following that path in India, that is Saurya. That is something to do with Lord Surya. So the Pramukh Devata, or the middle Devata, Mukhya Devata of that Panchayatan Mandal would be Surya. And such type of people which preach or which pray to the form of supremacy or form of Parabrahma in format of Hiranyagarbha, or that is Surya Narayana or Āditya, those people would be considered as Saurya in the Smarth sect. So yeah, let us talk about how this stotra got developed. So if we go to Ramayana, the one which was written and composed by Maharishi Valmiki, in the Yuddha Kand or the Yuddha Canto, almost if you follow the one from Gita Press Gorakhpur, you can find this Āditya Narayana Stotra in the 107th Sarg, 107th Sarg of this Yuddha Kand by Maharishi Valmiki, which is the original one, and I would prefer you to follow the one from Gita Press Gorakhpur because it's very authentic. So let's try to understand the background of this stotra. Why Āditya Hridaya Stotra is coming in Ramayana? What's the exact relationship between Lord Ram and Lord Surya? As we know, there is relationship of master and student between Lord Surya and Hanuman. But what's the exact relation between Lord Ram and Lord Surya? Let's try to understand that. To understand this thing, we'll have to go to the Yuddha Kand as I already said. So if you are going to Yuddhakand, let us try to understand a little bit background, not in the depth for sure, about the days of the ultimate war of Ramayana. So as we all know, it was a war of almost 10 days. Let us start from the 8th, 9th day almost, where Ravan's son Indrajit, also known as Meghnad, started a fight against Lakshman and used his Vasvi Vidya on Lakshman. Then Lakshman gets into coma, that's what we say Murchit or Dirgha Murchit, Murcha Avastha, Maranpraya Avastha. Then Lord Hanuman goes to Himalayas and gets that entire mountain of Sanjeevani Jadi Booty and brings it to Sri Lanka, and then feeds the medicine to Lakshman. Lakshman wakes up from his murcha or from his coma and then starts his fight again. So for fighting with Ram and Lakshman, Indrajit goes ahead with his puja of his chariot, which he got from Lord Brahma. Because the backstory behind it is, the reason behind that chariot given by Lord Brahma is, as we know, the name of that guy was Meghnad, but they always used to call him Indrajit. The reason behind that is the fight between Asuras and Devas, and Meghnad defeated Indra 3 times and captured him, tied him with ropes on the 3rd time, and introduced him in front of Ravan. And he was almost there to behead Indra, but with supreme divinity Lord Brahma indulged in between, and he advised Indrajit, he advised Meghnad to stop this thing because it will necessarily disbalance the world in some or other way. And so it's not a good thing to kill a person. So to kill a person who is sitting in the chair of Indra. So it has nothing to do with killing a person or killing a deity. That is Shakra. I think Shakra is necessarily the name of that deity who is Devendra for this Manvantar. And just like that, we say in the next Manvantar, Bali will be the Indra. So for this Manvantar, Shakra is the Devendra. So as we all know, Devendra is nothing but king of Devatas, and it's a post, it's not a name of that particular person. I hope we all know this fact. So as he agreed to Lord Brahma, and he just dissolved, or he just let Indra free and asked a powerful boon from Brahma about a chariot which can be defeated by none. So he started with the puja of that chariot and all the Tantra Shaktis and everything. He was a Tantra follower just like his father Ravan. So he started with all of those things, and as per my knowledge, almost towards the end of his puja, he was unable to provide the Naivedyam to the deity, to the Devi of that chariot. And that's where he failed, and he got to know that he is going to die in the upcoming war. So let's come a bit farther. Once Indrajit left his body, Ravan comes to the battlefield, and then the great war between Ravan and Lord Ram starts. So if we go towards the end of war on the last day, from both the sides, multiple kind of weapons, or what we call divya or divine weapons, start going to each other's place. So be it Brahmastra, Agniastra, Vayavastra, Nagastra, and whatnot. And each and every time when Lord Ram was just trying to send some astra, say it Vajrastra or something of that sort, Ravana was sending some kat or some dissolving power or some kind of weapon, astra or shastra, which is slightly better than the one sent by Lord Ram. So in this way, all type of if many of us have seen that episode from Ramayana by Ramanand Sagar, we all like that fight, right? There is an arrow coming from one side and something from another side. It collides and creates something. So it's very fun to watch. I hope you all have watched the Ramayana series at the time of COVID lockdown around 2021. That's what we used to do. I was in BTech last year that time, and we never used to miss the Ramayana and also that Detective Vyomkesh Bakshi after Ramayana every day. So it was 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Slot, I think. So yeah, back to the topic. After so many weapons or astras, shastras from both these sides, Lord Ram got to know that, okay, it's not very easy to fight with Ravan, and he knows all the vidyas, shastras, astras, tantra, jyotish and whatnot, and he was just showing his 10-head form and his fullest capacity. As all knew, including Lord Ram himself, that he is Purnavatar of Bhagavan Mahavishnu, and he is not a normal human of like us. He already knew this fact. But as he was in human body, necessarily he will have to follow certain rules and regulations of nature and physics. So fighting with Ravan at that position in a human body, it was very tough for Lord Ram. So this thought started getting into his mind, and in some or other way he started getting into that depression that, okay, I'm trying my best, I'm showing the best perseverance as much as possible, but I can see that the mission which I want to accomplish is getting more and more difficult. So just consider it as some competitive exam. So you might have seen that there are so many UPSC students, MPSC or UPSC students, they keep giving the attempts, right? Attempt 1, 2, 3. Sometimes they clear pre, sometimes they clear mains, but they fail at interview. Next time they clear pre, but they fail the mains. Some of that sorts of things keep happening. So similar to that, Lord Rama was facing multiple attempts to kill Ravan, but it was getting more and more difficult. So at a certain moment, he pauses for some time, sits on a rock, Lord Ram started thinking, okay, what's going wrong? Let's try to do some introspection. Let's try to understand what's getting wrong. Why I'm not getting a success in the thing for which I came from Vaikuntha or Kshirshagar in a human body. The moment he started getting these type of thoughts, the great Maharishi Agastya came and appeared in front of Lord Ram. As Maharishi Agastya was Trikalajna, he ultimately understood what was happening inside the head of Lord Ram. And Maharishi Agastya said, okay, Ram, my beloved son, I understood that what's happening at back of your mind, and I understood the reason behind your depression. And I have a cure for your depression. Follow the steps given by me, and definitely you will get out of the depression. And the steps or the upadesh or the philosophy told by Maharishi Agastya. So the upadesh or the information, the knowledge, the pure knowledge, the sheer knowledge told by Agastya Maharshi to the Lord Rama goes as the Āditya Hridaya Stotra. So those almost 20 to 30 stanzas, or what we can say shrutis, which are in Anushtup Chanda, are considered as Āditya Hridaya Stotra. So I will just take 1 more minute for this part, and I will just start with the stotra, and then we will definitely follow through all the lines and all the shlokas of this stotra. So Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Maharishi Agastya Uvacha. So it all starts from this. Tato yuddha parishrantam samare chintaya sthitam ravanam chagrato drushtva yuddhaya samupasthitam. So let's try to understand what's the meaning of this. Tato yuddha parishrantam. After a long war, there was a pause, or there was a timing where everyone was just so exhausted, because okay, war is not fun, right? we get exhausted. Anyone can get exhausted in a big war, in a big scale war like they had in Ramayana. Samare chintaya sthitam. Thinking at the time of war. But thinking about what? Let's try to understand that. Ravanam chagrato drishtva yuddhaya samupasthitam. Ravan cha agrato means in front of Lord Ram. Ravan was standing with fullest of his capability. Tato yuddha prashantam samare chintastam Ravanam chagrato drishtva yuddhaya samupasthitam. Standing or appearing with its fullest capability in front of Lord Ram. Daivataischa samagamya. Now this is something important. Daivataischa samagamya drashtum abhyagato ranam. All kind of devis, devatas from upper lokas, all kind of things from lower lokas, all are watching the special telecast of this last day of Ramayana. Just like we used to watch that Ramanand Sagar's serial on DD National. Just like that, all the deities, devatas, Indradi devatas, all Varunadi, all Adityas and all the devatas watching this scene of war from heaven and from their respective lokas. Daivataischa samagamya, gathered, all the deities or devatas are gathered. Drashtum abhyagato ranam. And on such scenario, upagamya bravid ramam agastyo bhagavans tada. So suddenly Agastya Maharshi appears and starts telling few things. Agastya Maharshi being the greatest savior of Raghukul. The moment Agastya Maharshi appears, all Ram, Lakshman, they both do Dandavat Pranam to him. And here onwards from the third sentence, we start with the actual thing or the actual part told or narrated by Maharshi Agastya. So let's take that part in the second video, and I hope you like this part and the change or the way I narrated it in English. And I'm pretty sure that I'm very bad in spoken English, so please grant me some some apologies for it. And yeah, let's meet in the second part. Take care. Jai Shri Ram. Namah Shivaya. Samartha Sadguru Shri Gajanan Maharaj ki jai. Thanks a lot.